Hello there and welcome to our channel. My name is Elena.
And I'm Fotios, and this is the Game Court.
Today it's going to be all about all the new games that we've played in 2023.
So far.
So far, yes.
Yes.
I think we take it like first 3 months worth of play.
Yes. So, shall we start?
Shall we give it a go?
Yes. So the first game we played in the first quarter of 2023 was Lacrimosa. The first
Lacrimosa,
new
yeah.
game, yes.
That was my choice, really.
Yes.
I think I was very easily impressed by the theme.
Yeah.
We watched the movie with Mozart and it was a very good
nice
movie. By the way, if
yes.
you've not watched the movie, watch it. It's a very good movie.
Amadeus, it's called. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the one, Amadeus. Very good movie with very good music and all. So I was like, wow, that sounds amazing. Let's play it.
So yeah, the game itself, it's about just after Mozart is dead, basically, and his wife, his partner, wants to complete his last piece, the Requiem, and it's all about area majority and influence, and you try to hire these kind of composers to finish off the Requiem. It's a bit of deck building as well.
And it's all about like spreading the word in kind of Europe. It has a
Yes.
little map where you can travel as well.
Spreading the word of Mozart.
Yeah, and his
fame.
work and stuff
Yes,
like that.
yes.
So that's what the game is really, in a nutshell.
Yeah, so I really like about the game one particular aspect because as we play you select two cards and in an action you put one card on top of the board and one on the bottom basically, and the one you put on the top is the action card. You do the particular actions and one on the bottom is going to give you income at the end of the round.
Correct. Which lets you modify your next action.
Yes.
In a way that suits you really. I think that's a good aspect of the game. What I didn't like is, for us particularly, was a bit on the lighter side, and
Yes.
we prefer heavier game, and it did have quite a lot of combinations in it, which is quite nice really. But I feel that the theme was not as, I think either I was very excited by it or the theme was not particularly well integrated. I think if you would slap any theme on it, it will kind of give you the same outcome.
I think we were expecting a bit better theme integration, that's for sure.
I mean, it's plenty to work with really.
A bit of a missed opportunity there, I would say.
Equally, Mozart travels through Europe, and I think it might be, I don't know, the ghost of Mozart.
You actually have a Mozart figurine, right?
And you travel with him through Europe, and I'm like, that doesn't make much sense.
On the positive side though, the production of the game is very good.
Very nice production,
and
yes.
The player boards are like small books that you open and
Yeah, they have these little details, very nice.
Art is good as well. That's the positive side, but overall, we enjoyed the game, but we didn't feel that it had space in our collection anymore.
What's next?
The next game we'd like to discuss about is...
Woodcraft Roll and Write was the next one that we played, and we played it because we bought the main game first,
Yes.
and then this one kind of followed. It's a very good initial game, like introductory game for the main Woodcraft. I wouldn't say the main Roll and Write, the main Woodcraft game really. It kind of gives you the same idea with, instead of 3 dice you have 2 dice, and again you will do the same manipulation of the dice as you would do for the wood. Some dice, like the cheaper dice, the less valuable dice, will give you more resources, more benefits when you pick them up, and the other ones will give you less, so it balances out. You still do the splice, the cut, the glue, all these actions are still there, but they're in a Roll and Write fashion.
We did like the original Woodcraft, the big board game, a lot, and I think we also like the Roll and Write implementation.
Very nice.
And we should say that a positive is that this is a free thing that you can basically find online and print it.
I mean, it's a whole game though, really.
It's a whole game.
It's a whole game that
Yes.
It's a game.
And nowadays, usually somebody would put it on Kickstarter for, I don't know, £3, £4, £5, and then they would give you the files, but the designers decide to give the files for free, which
is awesome.
Very good. On the negative side, though, you need to find access to a printer, right?
A printer, and you need dice as well. I mean, you can probably do with a different colored dice, you can adapt if anything, but you still need some extra dice to play with.
I want to say that the rulebook recommends that you need to have at least, I want to say 10 or 14, something like that, yellow and brown dice.
That's a lot of dice.
If you have the game, you already have the dice.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you need to source the dice as well, which is
good and not good at the same time.
The strongest, though, part of the game, I think, is as the big brother, is the dice manipulation and the thematic integration of the actions you do there.
Yeah. And then we played what?
Then we played Skymines, which is a game by Alexander Pfister.
And we like Alexander Pfister, don't we?
Yes, we do. And it's a reimplementation of an older game which is called Mombasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've not played Mombasa.
Yes, basically in Skymines you go around the moon and you harvest the moon, you mine several resources and the crypt coins.
Yes, I think you have some companies on the moon. There are 4 of them.
Yes, 4
and
companies.
you can invest in the companies over there.
Everybody can invest.
Everybody can, because they're all common. So you invest in these companies for them to put their satellites out and like produce more stuff. Isn't it?
And also there is also a deck building aspect. You have some cards that you play out and you have these action points and action cube basically. And then you can buy more cards, better cards, and you can do cooler actions.
Yeah, I think that I like the aspect of, I like having the cards and the deck building that you actually create and you have to set your action, and I like that you have it in a combination with worker placement. I think that's quite, not necessarily unique, but it's quite clever and it's well implemented. And
the the cards you play in this round will go up on top of the board and will not become available until later.
Yeah, the way you actually take your cards back is you select, if you have 3 spaces open, you can open up to 5 spaces if you upgrade your board. From the 3 spaces, from the 3 slots, you choose to place your cards from your hand in 3 different decks, and you can put them in different ways, I would say. Like you can combine how you put them, and then you can get like 3-4 cards at once in a combination that you've already arranged earlier.
So it's a bit strategic in that aspect, because it allows you to think forward, but also tactical, because if I see that you are investing in a company and you are increasing the share of that company's value, then I will
I might want to invest too, I mean,
yes, exactly.
We played a game at one point where somebody was attacking, I was investing in one company and somebody was attacking everything I was putting down, and I wasn't entirely sure why they would do that. I mean, I would probably destroy somebody else's satellites before, or like little farms, before I destroy where I am actually up the track.
You can easily capitalize from the actions of others, basically. In this game.
Definitely. You can piggyback on anything, really, which makes it quite satisfying.
On the negative side, though, I don't think the game is suitable for all player counts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we played it with 2, and it was, firstly when we played it with 2, I was like, I think it's alright. But then we played it with more people, and it was so much more inviting and satisfying, really.
In all fairness, though, it comes with a solo mode. And apparently you can integrate the solo mode in a 2-player game and you can simulate like a 3rd player.
Yeah, but that's not what you want really all the time though, isn't it?
We're not really satisfaction,
we're not really fans of like the bot version of a game, so we're like,
But if you are looking at a good game for 4 players, I think that's
definitely good, very good.
Absolutely.
With more interaction, so much better.
What's next? What to play next?
Next we played Next we played Coffee Traders, and it's a game that we wanted to play quite a while now.
Yes, it's not our copy, we don't have a copy of Coffee Traders. One of our friends brought us the copy. It's a very nice game, it's a heavy game actually.
Quite heavy though.
Yes.
I mean, I was expecting it to be heavy. Easier to understand than what I thought.
It's yes, once you get to know the rules, it's quite straightforward, I would say. But initially when you see all this massive board and massive player board and all of the stuff happening there, you're a bit lost.
Overwhelmed, isn't it? Yeah.
And you have these action points, you can use actions based on cubes, based on coins, based on
resources that you
have.
have.
Small meeples that you have over there. And again, it's area majority.
Yes, but I think it's more of a common area majority rather than pure area majority. Like you don't fight with your opponent, it's more like all like common. So you basically plant coffee and then you harvest coffee, and it's for everybody to actually join into. And I think the area majority, there's a little hair floating. The area majority actually comes from there rather than, it's not your own plot, it's a shared, all plots are shared.
A co-op.
Co-op, co-op. The coffee for everybody.
Yes, but it's not as heavy as it originally feels. Quite an enjoyable game. I quite like this game.
Very
I would
nice
easily
game
play it again, yes.
But to be honest though, we wanted to buy this game for ourselves, to have it in our collection. But the downfall is, it only plays with 3 people.
3 plus.
From 3 people
5,
onwards.
I think, yes.
And we tend to play with each other all the time, so we don't really have a 3rd person all the time. So I think that's a bit of a no for us.
So it's like Skymines, if you are with a big group of people, this is potentially
100%,
a
yes,
game, and you enjoy heavy crunchy games, Lacerda type games, this is potentially one to look at.
Yes.
Yeah. The next one we played, talking about Lacerda, The next one we played was the newest Vitala Soda game, the Weather Machine, and this one we backed.
The controversial weather machine, you mean?
Yes, the controversial weather, the one that destroys the weather, and we try to fix the weather, right? And it is a worker placement game with very limited worker placement options. Basically, there are 7 actions in this game.
Very much similar to Kanban, when you literally have
yes.
Little departments in the factory, kind of the same idea. And here, very similar idea.
You have Latif going around as well.
Yeah, the same idea.
Yes, exactly.
Sandra was
like
going
Sandra,
around.
Yeah.
Very, very similar in some aspects with Kanban though.
Very crunchy, very heavy Euro game. So be prepared to burn your brains.
Burn your brains and not miss a step, because you know there are plenty to miss.
in my view, it's quite thematic. I have seen some people saying that they don't see the theme in Weather Machine, but I think it's quite well integrated with the government, the funding, experiments running, and then publishing a paper, and then making a breakthrough.
And then piggybacking on somebody else's research, because you know
citing
it's there.
Somebody else's research, yes. It's quite satisfying, and for me it's maybe as much as Kanban. Almost as Kanban. Yes.
Yeah, I mean Kanban is it's such a masterpiece, isn't it?
Exactly.
The theme is very good. I agree with that. I think it's a very good theme, very well integrated. I'm happy with it. What makes me feel a little bit deflated is, and it's probably not just this game, and I'm sure we've played many Lacerda games already, and it's this, you know, you have when you start your round, you have a list of things to do before you even place your meeple in an action.
You activate the funding tokens.
If this is in this round, then you move this one the other side, and then this one moves over, and then this one comes out of the game.
There, or the ball goes here.
Oh dear me!
And yes,
like. The game is very good, and we'll keep the game. We'll play it. We'll like it. It's a very, very good game. But you have to be mentally prepared to play this kind of game. It's
you have
not
to
like
be in the mindset.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not like an everyday game that you could just pull out and let's just play this game today. Why not?
It's not a game when you go back from work at the evening. What's up? We play to relax. No.
Oh, well, I mean, like we played this game at one point, and I did a mistake, and I think you did whatever I wanted to do before because you planned yourself better.
Exactly.
And I got so upset I didn't want to finish the game anymore, and I had 30 points or something. Oh, it was terrible. So it was one of these games that you have to make sure that you are prepared to play it.
You're mentally prepared.
Yeah, but when you do play it, it's very, very good.
Exactly. The next one we played was another roll and write, and it's called Welcome to the Moon.
And that's such a little satisfying game, isn't it?
We find it a very good offer in our website selling games, and we said, okay, let's buy and try it. And it's like Welcome to, but the Moon version.
Yes, we tried the Welcome to. It wasn't, our first choice, and I was quite apprehensive.
But in this one, you have so many different scenarios, so many different modes you can play over there. A lot of variability in the game for what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice that it follows a story, doesn't it?
Yes,
I really like that.
Build your rocket, you travel to the moon, you establish a colony.
Exactly, it's very nice. Also, I like it. It might be just my taste, but I'm sure I'm probably not the only one. Fotis doesn't particularly like it, but I like that the player boards, they're not boards, but sheets are laminated, and you have a little marker, wipeable marker that you write with. I think it's very good, and you don't have to destroy 100 million pieces of paper. It's probably something personal. And
also it scales very well. You can play up to 6 players, and it's simultaneously action selection, so it doesn't drag. It's a very good game, very satisfying.
Very satisfying.
Welcome to the Moon.
And then somebody gave us a game. I think we did a bit of a swappy.
Yes.
We borrowed a game from somebody, and somebody took a game from us, and what we got was Crusaders. Thy will be done.
And actually we have a playthrough prepared for Crusaders as well.
Oh yes.
Yes. I'm not sure exactly. I think it's going just after this video. In the same week. Yes, exactly.
So you'll see Crusaders later and see how we did. Oh, I was just about to say how we did. I'm not going to say that.
Well, some of us didn't do very well.
Well, I think that's a no-brainer now, isn't it? So, in Crusaders, what do? You're trying to fight and conquer, technically.
Expand in Europe.
Yeah. You
and find different enemies. The basic mechanic of the game is Mancala. So you take all your action points and you distribute them around, and depending on how many of these you picked up effectively, this is the strength
how strong your
of your
action is, yes.
And you can have double actions as well if you have upgraded your tiles. It's a very good game. Easy to learn, very fast, easy to play, satisfying.
Very satisfying, very easy to play. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Whatever it says on the box, that's what you do. It's like you don't have a million very complicated things. It's a very easy board or game to just bring to the table at any point.
Yes, absolutely. Very streamlined, very enjoyable for what it is. Even if it is to the lighter side than we would normally enjoy, I think this is
a very good game. I enjoyed very much, if I may say, I enjoyed very much this asymmetric powers that the game has.
Oh yes.
Like your character might do something different than the other character. So, you know, it gives it, I feel like it gives you a chance to win, not just like, you know, the vast majority of people. You know, you have your own power and you can do whatever you need to.
Nice, very nice. Then we played a silly game.
That's your idea, to be honest.
Yeah. And we had from a convention this small promo pack of cards. We didn't have the full game. We just have a few cards and you can play with 2 or 3 players. Just play the 2 of us. The game is called Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. And basically what you do, you have a deck of cards and you open a card and you start saying this poem, Taco. And then the next player goes, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza, and if what you say matches the card you draw, you have to be the first to put your hand down, or not be the last to put your hand down.
Equally, you have to do some stuff as well if something else comes out.
Oh yes, the gorilla card, if it comes out, you have to.
And so on and so forth.
It's a really funny game.
It's a very silly
game, party game.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good for convention if you want to relax a little bit.
Yeah, right at the end when you're all tired and you just wanna, do you wanna go home? Let's just play this game quickly.
However, I would say that I might prefer Jungle Speed.
If you've never played Jungle Speed and you like these kind of games, then I think Jungle Speed is kind of the mother of these kind of games.
Nice.
And then we got a packet in the post, and it was Distilled.
Distilled, yes. A Kickstarter delivery. Very much anticipated Kickstarter delivery.
Yes, we were waiting for it really. So in Distilled, as in the name, you are just distilling your alcohol, and you have your little distillery that you're trying to, you know, make it a little bit better, and you just distill alcohol. That's all you do. You distill your own signature alcohol, and you might age some of them. It's a very cool game.
It's very thematic, especially the way that you put your cards together, the alcohol cards, the sugars, the water, and then you mix them, and then you discard the top and the bottom. Like in distillation, you discard the top,
the yeast and the rubbish at the bottom and the yeast at the top.
And whatever's in the middle is basically what you distilled and what you can assign to a recipe and get to your label.
And then you have to buy like bottles, and you have to have barrels to either age them or just distill them like that and sell.
So it has a push your luck element there, and it has an amazing art and amazing production.
Very good production as well, yes.
But for me personally, I felt this a bit to the lighter side, I would say. I didn't feel I was making many meaningful decisions during the game. I
mean, I would like at one point if there is no necessary, like let's say for example I didn't want to distill an alcohol, because what you technically do every round is just distill a drink, spirit.
A drink. You cannot distill 2, not 0, not 3.
One spirit that you can distill. So I wish it was something else apart from just distilling one drink that I could do.
Even if the game's called Distilled.
I mean, obviously, yeah, it's in the name, but I think it would have given it a bit more. Some people might like it this way, but I like it slightly heavier.
And then we played another, let's say, lighter game. Actually, I think we have it here over there. It's up there, you cannot see to the camera. It's called Bohnanza.
Ah, Bohnanza.
Yes. So we went to Hamburg.
Yes.
It was Hamburg we picked up from, right?
Yes.
And we went to pick up a game, and we picked up Bohnanza. We didn't have it in our collection. So we managed to find the 25th anniversary edition, which includes Bohnanza Duel and also you can pick it up. And also includes the expansion for the up to 7 players. So it's this edition here, and we haven't played
everything
it.
Inside.
Yeah, we didn't play it at all until we went to a pub with a couple of friends of ours, and our friend brought it over, his copy, and we played for the first time.
Yes, and it was so enjoyable.
We really enjoyed it. It's about basically farming beans. Harvesting your crops,
making like selling them and trading them and stuff like
trading
that.
Them,
negotiation part of it.
Who has the chili bean and I want the coffee bean, whatever.
Number 6, anybody?
Yes.
I'll trade number 12.
the stinky bean and that. Yes, and you try to make set collections to get as much money as possible.
It's very friendly, very funny, very funny.
I really enjoyed it. Yes.
I'm glad that we have the 2-player version so we can play just the two of us.
We haven't tried yet.
We haven't tried it,
Yes.
but we can try. Like
somebody needs to the rules.
We will play it because we can now. And then we got yet another Kickstarter. I think it's just happened that we ordered them ages ago, and then they all come at once and stuff.
It always happens like that. Right?
So Mod City is another roll and write game that we actually enjoy very much. It's about obviously cars, and you're trying to build your automotive empire. You do engineering, your assembly, your production, and you're just trying to build cars really.
We do enjoy our industry manufacturing games. Drafting dice and doing several actions. One aspect of the game I really like is how you can upgrade your actions.
Yes, so that's super cool.
Instead of taking an action, you can upgrade your action, so next time you do that action is of power of 2 or 3. And this is super cool. So instead of just crossing one box, you cross like 3 boxes in one go, which is very, very cool.
So all actions are one cross.
Yes.
But that just gives you super extra powers though, really.
We also have 3 sisters in our collection.
Yes.
But I think I prefer this a little bit better.
It's a bit better streamlined so far. Equally, it gives me a lot of Kanban vibes. With the little departments that you actually have, and with the same kind of character that Sandra is in Kanban, and you have, what's her name again? Emma. So you have Emma in here that follows you from department to department and gives you penalties and stuff like that. So from that perspective, it does give me some Kanban vibes, so like theme related. But it's nonetheless a very enjoyable game. Yes,
one minor thing is that we have this speedometer action.
Oh yeah, that's a bit of a...
Yeah, which doesn't feel, when you take the speedometer action, doesn't feel particularly satisfying because it doesn't really energize any combos or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is kind of the necessary action, because if you don't do the speedometer, you don't have a lot of points income every round. So you fall behind basically.
Yeah, but equally if you don't do it, then you just lose, which is a very big downfall.
Then we played Sabika with one of our friends.
Yes, it was his game.
This is one of the heavy Euro games of 2022. A very nice game.
Yes.
Again, it's about building Alhambra, I think it's called. The main mechanical aspect of the game is a big rondel,
yes.
where you basically place your workers and then you
move them across. Yeah, they walk across, yes.
And you have 3 different types of workers. You have the master builders, and you have the merchants, and you have the poets.
The poets, the little girls, they have some little ladies in there.
Yes.
And you explore their way, you explore it via on the waters as well.
You can do some
exploration in the different
trade
cities.
In the waters, yes.
Yes.
You can get these big turns, these combinations, so you can take this turn which activates
maybe
turn.
a few times a game, if anything, you will get like some super duper combinations where you buy a building and that will give you another action, that will give you another action, stuff like that. But not as bountiful as other games, really.
Not extremely thematic, I would say, yes. Not extremely thematic.
You could probably slap on any other theme on it and it will work just the same.
Nevertheless, a good game, enjoyable experience.
Definitely. Apart from the theme not making much sense for me, it's a good game. I like the way the mechanics are actually intertwined.
Kinds of decisions.
Yes. You're always poor.
You're asking me about the good game, I would say.
You're always poor. And then we played Rise.
And
it was a very unusual... I think it was your choice at that point.
Yes.
You decided to get Rise.
Yes.
Rise and Rise.
Rise.
And it's a bit weird. I don't like tracks. I'm not a fan of tracks. I tend to ignore them because it's more interesting and important to do whatever's going on in the game than to go up a track.
Oh yes, Rise is the mother of tracks.
So it's made out of tracks only.
Just tracks.
It's technically a build your civilization kind of game. You look after your population, you look after your politics, you look after what else you have there? Environment.
You have the school, the press.
Industry.
Yes. The bureau.
Yes,
you have the arts, you have the science. So each track is basically one
function of a city, really, of a population, really. Yeah. And what you do is you have some action cards at the bottom. You have some event cards in the middle and 4 action cards. And you can select where you want to place your only single. It's not even a meeple, it's a factory kind of thing. and you take that action and all the event cards to it,
Mm-hmm.
or I think that's it really what you do. Or that's it. Or if you want to avoid, because through the event cards you have good event cards and riots and bad event cards.
They're mostly good.
Yes, but you can get negative not negative benefits, some negative stuff from there as well. And what you technically do from whatever is there, you do an action that will take you up a track.
Yes,
that
but this might activate another track, which might activate another track, which yet might activate another 3 tracks, and you have all of these big combos over there. Basically, it's about tracks.
Yes. I think it's very thematic.
I think so. I think it's more thematic than I would expect it to be.
Yes.
Because the functions works quite well, and also the event cards work well, and
yes.
The names of the event cards are also quite good.
You do stuff like, for example, you do industry. You'd go up the industry track.
But you chop trees.
Yeah, you kill some trees, you kill some of the nature, or you do politics and then people revolt and they hate you.
And you do bank as well, and people
people might hate you as well.
Yes.
Yeah. But you get rich.
But you get rich, yes. You
So all in all, it's good. Yeah. Does it give you vibes of anything similar at all?
It's maybe that's pretty clever game, but
the track version.
In a board game version, this is what the vibes it gives me. Yes, it's very easy to teach and quite fast to play as well.
Correct, and I must say, and I think it was, again, preference, but I think the theme, the art itself is very pretty.
Especially the cover.
The cover is amazing. So pretty, yes. So pretty.
Then we played Tiletum.
Yes.
Tiletum is one of our basically new favorite games, I would say.
Yes, I think it was when it all kicked off and it was all going on at the same time. We ended up in the Woodcraft gang, and everybody was trying Woodcraft. We went that way, and then we tried Tiletum a bit late. I think you played it with somebody.
Yes, I played with a friend of mine, and then I said, okay, we'll have to buy this game. And then we played with Elena, and Elena really enjoyed it as
Very
well.
nice game.
Elena is at this point unbeatable in the game, by the way. Yes.
We only played a handful of times.
But when we record it for the playthrough, I'm going to win for sure.
Well, we'll see about that.
So, what you do there is basically dice drafting.
Yes.
And the cool thing is that the dice have 5 colors. So the dice you are going to pick, the pip values, is how many resources of that color are you going to take.
Yeah.
Like iron or stone or coins or whatever, or soup.
Or soup.
And then, let's say the pip value is 3.
Yeah.
Then 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 is the action points that you're going to do for that particular action.
So you have 7 action points that are divided in action points themselves
and
or resources.
Exactly.
So I think different from most games really is that from picking up one die, you get resources and you get to do the action, which is very, very bountiful.
And basically there's a lot of combinations you can do.
I think this is what you do all the time. You just combine stuff with stuff that give you different stuff that make you combine more stuff.
You may take your single action, but this may allow you to complete a contract, which might allow you to do something different.
You get a column, get 15 points.
Yes, 50 points in a turn, easily.
Points here is like points added, isn't it? You get points from absolutely everywhere.
It's super satisfying.
I really
super
like
satisfying. Again, very streamlined in my opinion. And I like the fact that each resource can be used in a very particular way.
Correct.
Like stones are only for building cathedrals. Coins are spent to manipulate dice or to buy the resources, and so on and so forth. Very good. Again, as in other Euro games like Sabika, the theme is quite weak as well, I would say.
Yeah, but who cares that? It's such a good game though. That theme doesn't really... Like, Orleans is one of my favourite games. And it's kind of I would say it's kind of the same, and I might be wrong, but it feels like it's the same weight.
It is about the same weight.
And I don't even care if the theme makes any sense in some of the games. You know, they're so well intertwined, all the mechanics, and it works so well. By the time you do like 5-6 combinations and you do all these things, who cares if you're in Tiletum or whatever the name is?
It's not as heavy as other games, like it's lighter than, for instance, Sabika.
Yes.
It's, as you said, it's closer to Orleans or closer to Castles of Burgundy weight-wise, but it's super good game, super satisfying.
And then what did we play? We played Rustling Leaves, which was an unexpected gift from you.
Yes, it was a small roll and write. which we found the German version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Have the
I don't think it
German
makes
version.
any difference
Yes. The bottom part, which is the score points, it's a bit language dependent, but you can figure it out.
You can figure
easily.
it out, yeah.
And it comes with 4 different score pads, one for each season, so good for variability. But you know, for us, how the game works, basically you roll the die and you draw an area and you get...
Of whatever the dice. So
Yeah.
if, let's say, you roll a 2 and a 3, then the area has to be a 2 by 3,
Yes.
whichever way you want to
Yes,
place it.
vertically or horizontally.
Yes.
A
And
bit,
that's technically what you do in the game. That's it.
yes, there are no combinations per se, like other roller rights. This is what we like about the combos, and there is nothing really there. We felt that this is potentially for less experienced players.
I could see how this will be a very nice solo game.
Potentially, yes.
And just relaxing, maybe on the beach or something, I would say that will probably work. But again, not the most satisfying game we have.
Yes, exactly. And finally, the last game we played this quarter.
Oh, we just played it the other day, didn't we?
Yes, 2 days ago. It was Darwin's Journey. Again, another Kickstarter delivery.
We have an unboxing
We
with
do
Darwin's
have an
Journey,
unboxing
yes.
that you can watch.
And we played it straight away.
Yeah, we got this fancy... The same day that the unboxing, the game arrived, we did directly the unboxing, and the same evening we had our friend over and we played it. And Elena did an amazing game of 200 something points. Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to repeat that. It was like 207 points or something.
So basically it's about retracing Darwin's journey to Galapagos Islands, and the basic mechanic here is worker placement.
A different worker placement, I must say.
Oh yes.
Yes. So some of the actions that you have are, so you have a set amount of actions that are open, and then you have some actions that are not open, they are locked.
Yes.
So you have to unlock them in order to actually
and put your
use
lenses there, yes.
And equally though, your explorers, you only have a handful of them. How many are there? 4, and you can unlock another one?
That's the workers, yes.
The explorers. Yeah, how do you call them? Workers?
Workers, because the explorers
are the ones on the map.
Yes,
the workers themselves, so they have to have a combination of academic seals that you get for them, in order for them to go to these actions. So you cannot just send anybody. You just have to have the right person.
You have to build your people to be able. You have to train them.
I really
somehow,
like that aspect. I like it so much.
And as you unlock these fancy new locations, these action spaces, they are heavy in requirements when it comes to these wax seals, so you have to build your characters to be able to go there. And it's such a nice game. And some action places are variable from one game to the other, a lot of variability there.
Correct.
And it's a very satisfying, heavy worker placement game. I really like it. It gives you also this nice combo, so you do this, you do that, you do the other, or you depleted that column with the stamps, so let's do a little bit of this as well.
And it's like, I don't know what's not to like at this game, but again, it's preference. But everything is, the action selection is very good, the theme is very good, the mechanics are very good, art, I absolutely love it. They paid so much attention to absolutely every single detail. Everything is, you have all the designs on the back, little signatures everywhere. Everything is so pretty and so well thought.
Exactly.
I don't know who this designer is. I've never heard of him.
The designer?
The person, yes.
You mean the artist?
The artist,
yes,
sorry. I've never heard of this artist.
Paolo Voto, yes.
But what an amazing job. I'm so impressed.
Yes, and that was Darwin's Journey, the last game we played this quarter, the last new game we played this quarter. I think we played maybe a total of 16 games, I want to say. Maybe I'm about 15, 16.
You must have played a few more because somebody needs to work.
Correct. Also, we played something else. We should have it on the list. I don't think we have it. Maybe we can add it now on the fly. Rising Sun. I have played Rising Sun before.
I think it's fair to mention it, isn't it?
I have played before, but this quarter Ellen played for the first time as well.
Yes, we played Rising Sun together.
Yes.
And it was a very interesting game, and again, it has beautiful art with these beautiful figurines, the mini figurines, the monsters particularly.
Super sculpted,
so amazing.
Scary.
At one point I was like, I might have a nightmare tonight. Very, 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 very well thought as well. Some area majority and stuff, and I thought the game might be about area majority really, but actually it wasn't. And it has this like deck building element that nobody paid attention to.
tableau building.
Apart from tableau building, apart from one person,
yes,
and he won.
yes. If you do the right combinations of the correct cards, if you buy the correct cards, then you have a good possibility of winning. So it's not. I mean, it is also area majority. It is a bit of battle as well, but it's not just that.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
So that left me with a bit of a bitter taste, though, really. I'm not a fan of area majority, and I was enjoying the game to a point when he started getting like 18 million coins and like bam.
Yes.
I'm going to take hostage 5 of your people and I get 20 points.
But still, it's a nice game overall, I think.
Yes.
If you are into these battle kind of games, it's and can play with 5 players, I think. Maybe 6 as well, I don't know. Yes. But yeah, these are the games that we played for the first time this quarter. And hopefully in the next quarter will be as prolific or as productive as this quarter. So maybe we'll play a lot of new games as well.
Yeah, we would like to hear from you and what games you've played in this quarter.
Oh yes, indeed.
And which one was your favourite?
Yes, because
especially if you have any favourites from our list, really.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed our video.
See you later.
Bye.